Coming to awqaf allocation for present and for future. So if we see that the Maqasid-oriented hierarchy approach, it says that okay, first zaruriyat needs to be fulfilled, and then hajiyat, necessities, needs, and luxuries. So, for example, if waqf has been established for establishing a masjid, and then uh, another waqf is established to beautify this masjid or decorate this further or to further add on this. So we, as a waqif, we need to understand the maqasid of waqf, objectives of waqf in the context of maqasid al-Sharia. Whether we need to, for example, in an in a locality, in an area where there are already 2 3 masajid which are fulfilling the need of the community, is there a need to establish another masjid to earn reward, or can there be something else that will help the society, the locality? For example, it is very common in particularly in India that if someone dies, so his heirs will come and they will uh, make a few copies of Quran as waqf and keep it in the masjid. But of course, if in a masjid where already there are hundreds of Quran copies and there are only 10 people who recite this, so adding a copy of Quran at that moment will not fulfill the maqasid. At that moment, if there is something, I mean, some other areas where people are dying due to starvation, some people are not getting enough resources to get educated or to get some books, or some kids are orphaned and they need someone to take care of them. So these we need to understand actually whether we are applying the awqaf in consonance, in compliance with the maqasid theme, or it is something that we are just making a waqf swayed by whim. At times we become emotional. We listen one taqreer, a waz, and one khutbah, and we immediately think, okay, we need to make waqf. Immediately we make waqf without considering the sustainability of this waqf. For example, if a property was made a waqf without considering how this will be self-sustainable, then it means after 20 years, 30 years, if it is not going to be sustainable, it will become a burden on the community, because it cannot be sold and it cannot be further developed by, because there is a lack of fund. So ensuring non-wastage of work resources is one of the critical thing that the stakeholders of OCAF need to think about. Positive contribution versus negative impacts. So at times, if one area of charity is being actually supported by different awqaf and other areas are left, then it will distort the equilibrium of the society and the balance of the society, and it will cause it will have some negative impacts. So we need to understand this as a stakeholder of waqf. And then consultative mechanism in establishing waqf is a critical point, and this is a prophetic tradition. What does it mean? It means that if we go through the early awqaf of Islamic history, be it Masjid Nabawi, Well of Ruma, Orchard of Abu Talha, Umar radiallahu anhu, Mukhairik, in these waqf, one thing is common, that either it was established on the instruction of the Prophet himself to fulfill an immediate need of the community, like masjid was needed in the time of the Prophet's migration. So a masjid was established. This work was established based on the instruction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Well of Ruma, it was established by Usman radiallahu anh based on the instruction of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It means that there was an immediate need to the community, and this well of Ruma was established as a waqf, and it fulfills the need of the community at that time. So there was prophetic instruction. Authored of Abu Talha and Umar radiallahu anh, both these two cases, we see that these two companions came to the Prophet asking his consultation, his advice, how best we use this so that we can get reward. And in Mukhairik case, he delegated this authority. So from these instances, we get one thing very clear, that even today, to actually increase the benefit, to maximize the benefits of awqaf, if a waqf is going to be established, there must be a consultation mechanism from the Ahlul Rai wa Taqwa. It means those people who have knowledge and are pious, knowledge and piety. So we need to actually discuss with them, discuss with the community before establishing a new work, that in what way we can make the benefits of this work increase. So based on these prophetic traditions, we find the prophet instructed at times prophet was consulted, at times prophet was delegated the authority. So in this way, the Waqf actually played the role that it played, and it created huge impact in the Islamic Muslim societies.
Islamic finance learning made simple and memorable.